what's up everybody? I'm going to do another classic rock reaction. This is featuring the artist of the month, specifically Fleetwood Mac, the Peter Green Years. This was the first inception of Fleetwood Mac, their bluesy rock beginnings. And what I'm doing here, man, with the artist of the month is I'm doing a chronological medley of their music, the Peter Green Years. Then I'm going to go on and ask you guys for some suggestions for the, I believe it's the Bob Weston years. And then I'm going to go on, of course, to the Nicks and McVie era, Lindsey Buckingham era, which is probably their most popular, commercially popular lineup. But anyway, man, let's go to their not so humble beginnings and check out. This is going to be a triple shot, by the way. So the first one is going to be Black Magic Woman, and then it's going to be followed by Need Your Love So Bad, and then finally it's going to be followed by Homework. All of these are fantastic songs, man. Have their roots deep in the blues. So I'm really going to enjoy the hell out of this. So let's start with Black Magic Woman, the Peter Green Years. Black Magic Woman. Let's get it. Like it already.
I've got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman. Yes, I got a black magic woman. She's got me so blind I can't see that she's a black magic woman and she's trying to make the devil out of me. Turn your back on me, baby. Now don't turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. You're messing around with your tricks. Turn your back on me, baby, 'cause you might just break out my magic stick.
This is so good. I like that. One guitar medley after the other.
You got your spell on me, baby. You got your spell on me, baby. Yes, you got your spell on me, baby. You're turning my heart into stone. I need you so bad, magic woman, I can't leave you alone. Yes, I need you so bad. I need you, darling. Yes, I need you, darling.
There we go.
I want you to love me. I want you to love me. I want you to love me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want you to love me. Oh yeah.
of soul in it. Blues, rock, with soul.
Got that right. Yeah, thank you. That's Black Magic Woman. This one's called Jump in the Shadows.
Excellent, man. I knew I'd enjoy that. Black Magic Woman. Bunch of thoughts already popping off in my head about this. Couple of things, man. This tune has everything that you could want in it. It's got rock, it's well balanced with rock and blues, and it's infused with soul. It's got great interludes of musicianship in there. It has a jamming beat that you can move. Unfortunately, they're in an arena where it was just all seating and you couldn't dance, but I bet you, given the choice, that crowd would have been dancing. Man, his voice is excellent. His guitar playing is excellent. This is Peter Green I'm talking about. Who's the other guitarist? The fellow with the blonde hair. I don't know them that well. Let me know who that is. He's got a fantastic way about him as well. His energy, his vibrancy is just really, really excellent. They're all good. I like that kind of quiet, calm disposition that the bass player, it's John McVie. I like his persona. He is kind of like one of those, I like he's like a quiet one. He's like a George Harrison, a John Paul Jones, a John Entwistle. One of those quiet ones that's just completely in his own little space. He's a part of the whole, but he's in his own little space and he's really just feeling it in his own way. And even though he isn't loud or animated, he is just so present and so there, you know what I mean? And I'm not familiar with Mick Fleetwood's drumming, but this is a really excellent demonstration of his skills. Not over the top, but just being able to maintain balance, pace, because a good drummer feeds everybody else, and they get their cue, their vibe, everything from a good drummer. And he definitely, in my opinion, is a good drummer. Yeah, what else about this man? I can understand why it might not have been as big a commercial success as the Santana version. The Santana version, I bet you Santana probably sat back, thought about the commercial element of the song. Yes, I'm going to create something just as good, just as masterful, but I'm going to scalp it a little bit, put it in a framework where that it's a little bit more palpable for the commercial crowd, a lot more radio play, a lot more of that. So I think he had a better patent where it comes to a commercial appeal. It's not, his version is certainly not better than this one, but I think that it's just a little bit more cropped for the commercial mass. And that's the only difference between the two, in my personal humble opinion. In my personal humble opinion, this version is a little bit better. I love Carlos Santana. I love his version, always will. But this version to me is just a little bit more, I think it's just a better version, basically, bottom line. Anyway, I'm going off already, man. This is a triple shot, and I can't do all of the talking that I do. So let's go straight to introduction of the band, and then a little background info on the music, and then we'll get to the next track. So, Fleetwood Mac. Their introduction is a little bit long, and it's necessary to lay a good foundation for a lot of us who don't know the band very well, aren't familiar with their other two lineups before their popular commercial lineup. So a little bit of background and foundation laying is necessary here, man. So I'll try and skip through this as quickly as I can, but not too quick. Alright, man, Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac are a British-American rock band formed in London in 1967. They've sold more than 100 million records worldwide, making them one of the world's best-selling bands. In 1998, select members of Fleetwood Mac were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and received the Brit Award for Outstanding Contribution to Music. In 2018, the band was declared Music Cares Person of the Year. Fleetwood Mac was founded by guitarist Peter Green, drummer Mick Fleetwood, guitarist Jeremy Spencer, bassist John McVie, completed the lineup for their self-titled debut album. Danny Kerwin joined as a third guitarist in 1968. Keyboardist Christine Perfect, who contributed as a session musician from the second album, married McVie and joined in 1970. At this time, the band was primarily a British blues outfit, scoring a UK #1 with Albatross, and had lesser hits with the singles Oh Well and Black Magic Woman. Green and Spencer were replaced by Bob Welsh and Bob Weston following personal problems. By 1974, Welsh and Weston had both departed, leaving the band without a male lead vocalist or lead guitarist. In late '74, while Mick Fleetwood was scouting studios in Los Angeles, he was introduced to rock folk duo Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. Fleetwood Mac soon asked Buckingham to be their new lead guitarist, and Buckingham agreed on condition that Nicks would also join the band. The addition of Buckingham and Nicks gave the band a more pop-rock sound, and their 1975 self-titled album Fleetwood Mac reached #1 in the US. Rumors, 1977, Fleetwood Mac's second album after the arrival of Buckingham and Nicks, produced 4 US top 10 singles and remained at #1 on the American Albums chart for 31 weeks. It also reached the top spot in various countries around the world. Rumors has sold over 40 million copies worldwide, making it the 8th highest selling album in history. The band went through personal turmoil while recording the album, as both the romantic partnerships in the band separated although they continued making music together. And I'm just going to skip through a few sentences here and just go down to the bottom part. In 2014, Christine McVie rejoined full-time. The latest studio album by the band was 2003's Say You Will. A side project known as Lindsey Buckingham, Christine McVie, was released in 2017, containing contributions from the other band members. And yeah, so that's overall the gist of Fleetwood Mac, containing all three iterations of Fleetwood Mac. So, frog in my throat today, man. So, Black Magic Woman. Black Magic Woman is a song written by British musician Peter Green, which first appeared as Fleetwood Mac's single in various countries in 1968, subsequently appearing on the 1969 Fleetwood Mac compilation albums English Rose and The Pious Bird of Good Omen, as well as Vintage Years. In 1970, it became a hit by Santana, as sung by Greg Rowley. Although not as popular as Santana's arrangement 2 years later, Black Magic Woman nevertheless became a fairly popular blues rock hit, peaking at number 37 in the UK singles chart. It was featured in Fleetwood Mac's live set lists even after Green had left the band, when it was often sung by Danny Kirwan. And during concerts in the early 1970s, it would form the basis for long mid-concert jams. At the time, Fleetwood Mac was a successful blues band known for their raucous stage shows. Their albums consistently sold about 300,000 copies, and they were known as outstanding musicians. This was one of Peter Green's last contributions to Fleetwood Mac. He was revered as one of the greatest guitarists and songwriters of the time, having replaced Eric Clapton in John Mayall's Blues Breakers before forming Fleetwood Mac in '67. Fleetwood Mac was 6 years away from their Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham era when this song was released. The lineup on this track was Peter Green, John McVie, Danny Kirwan, Mick Fleetwood, and Jeremy Spencer. Okay, so that was a lot of information. Let's immediately get to the next track, man. That being Need Your Love So Bad. Okay, Need Your Love So Bad. Let's get it.
Someone's hand to lead me through the night. I need someone's arms to hold and squeeze me tight. Now when the night begins, I'm at an end. Because I need
Excellent.
Your love
Little
so
Willie
bad. I need some lips to feel next to mine. I need someone to stand up and tell me when I'm lying. And when the lights are low and it's time to go, that's when I need your love so bad. So why don't you give it up and bring it home to me? Or write it on a piece of paper, baby, so it can be read to me. Tell me that you love me and stop driving me mad. Oh, because I need your love so bad. Need a soft voice to talk to me at night. I don't want you to worry, baby. I know we can make everything alright. Listen to my plea, baby. Bring it to me, because I need your love so bad.
Excellent. Yeah, man. That was so good, man. You know, with this song, this particular song especially, as I'm watching and listening and taking it all in, it's driving home to me how much we have missed out on Peter Green and this lineup of Fleetwood Mac, bringing blues music more to the forefront of our commercial ears. Led Zeppelin, of course, is a great example of that. They've covered some gospel and blues tracks that would have been dead and buried in obscurity had they not touched them. I believe that this lineup of Fleetwood Mac could have done the exact same thing had they been allowed the time to grow and stay together a little bit longer. It's sad to me that, sadly that their course was thrown off because they could have done some fantastic things with blues, creating a blues revival, melding it in with blues rock, just like what the Brits did when they came through with the British invasion. You know, these guys could have done so much with blues rock, and blues rock, of course, having a little bit more of a grainier, more solid, heavier stance than the early British invasion. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad to me when and I know that this is going to stick in my mind whenever I go back and I reflect, think about the Peter Green years of Fleetwood Mac. That is probably going to be my biggest sore spot, that they did not have the opportunity to really introduce a lot of the blues to our commercial ears. It's sad because I know that we've probably missed out on a number of albums, you know. So that's my thoughts as I was going through and listening to this. And this is a fantastic rendition of this song, by the way, man. All right, let's just do a quick read. Not a lot of information here on Wikipedia about it because it's not originally written and covered by Fleetwood Mac. But here we go. Need Your Love So Bad. Need Your Love So Bad, sometimes known as I Need Your Love So Bad, is a blues song first published in 1955 and written by Murtis John Jr. The first recording of the song was by Murtis John's younger brother, Little Willie John. and was released by King Records. Willie John's single achieved number 5 on the Billboard R&B chart in 1956. Fleetwood Mac subsequently released a cover of the song as a single, which reached number 31 in the UK singles chart in August 1968 and number 12 in the Netherlands at the same year. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, this song, funny enough, I like the Willie John version, but there is another cover out there that you guys will really want to check out. And the first time that I actually heard this song, it was being covered by Sting and the Police. So they had some really good blues beginnings themselves. So if you can find that cover, the Police version, Sting and the Police, check that out and compare it to this one, because they're very comparable. And it still might be possibly my favorite version of this particular song. It's been covered by many. I've heard different renditions of it, but the standout in my mind, besides this version here by Peter Green, is definitely the Sting and the Police version. So check it out if you can, man. All right, so let us get to our third and final track, that being Homework. Okay, Fleetwood Mac, Homework. Let's get it.
Ils viennent d'Angleterre, ce sont des puristes du blues, Fleetwood Mac!
Paris.
Oh, baby, oh, I'm baby a fool, wasting my time by going to school. Where you got me, loving you so, I can't do my homework anymore. I can't do my homework anymore. Oh, baby, oh, you got me so blind, walking around in circles about to lose my mind. Where you got me, loving you so, I can't do my
Otis Rush.
homework anymore. Now, baby, you were sweet as you can be. Everything you do, keep sending me. If it's the kiss of your lips or the touch of your hand, everything you do is really grand. Oh, baby, oh, now what can I do? Walking around in circles and love you. There you got me, loving you so. I can't do my homework anymore.
love the fashions back then. Okay, man. Fleetwood Mac homework. Yeah, you know, once again, another really excellent example of how well these guys, this lineup of Fleetwood Mac, fused together blues with rock, and they had soul. They had this particular song, of course, had a really good jam, so that they could, the crowd in this case were allowed to dance. They were in a venue where they could dance, and yeah, man, it was just so lively. Yeah, fantastic. There's just so much history to Fleetwood Mac, man. All right, let me just immediately go to quick read on homework. Yeah, once again, not a lot of information given by Wikipedia, being that it wasn't their original stuff. But yeah, I'll just do a quick read all the same. Homework. Homework was written by Al Perkins, Dave Clark, and originally performed by Otis Rush. Homework appears on FM's Blues Jam in Chicago, Volume 2. A Blues Jam at Chest, Fleetwood Mac in Chicago. Blues Jam in Chicago, Volumes 1 and 2 was the result of a recording session in early 1969 at Chess Records in Chicago, home to Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf, where Fleetwood Mac, then a young British blues band, and a number of famous Chicago blues artists from whom they drew inspiration, assembled and had a huge blues jam. And that's it. That's all the information about this. But yo, man, that was a really excellent version. And by the way, before I forget about this, thanks very much for those of you, a number of you have actually sent me all three of these links to these three songs. So thank you very much for that. They're all really good quality, very clear. You know, this last one was excellent, was even in color. So thanks very much for those of you who sent me, quite a number of you sent me these links. So a lot of you are very familiar with the Peter Green lineup of Fleetwood Mac. So thanks for that, man. Excellent. So with Fleetwood Mac, before I forget, I'm going to ask you for a favor. There's three notable lineups of Fleetwood Mac. The Peter Green years. Peter Green left, and then Bob Welch and Bob Weston came in. So that's kind of like the middle point. And then, of course, after they left, it was the Nicks and Buckingham era. I believe the other singer's name is Kerwin. So could you guys send me a couple of songs to react to in that middle era of Fleetwood Mac, the Bob Welch, Bob Weston, and I believe it's Danny Kerwin era. So that's right following Peter Green, because I want to kind of do maybe one or two reactions isolating their particular songs. So do a little spotlight on that middle era. So I'm basically tagging it as early, middle, and later, right? So this is the middle era, Bob Welch, Bob Weston, Danny Kerwin. So if you guys can send me a couple of songs, maybe a few links that I should react to, that'd be greatly appreciated. So I think what I'm going to do from here on in, yeah, okay, I'm going down to my notes now. What I'm going to do from here on in, where Fleetwood Mac is concerned as being the artist of the month, is I'm going to do one more Peter Green era reaction. And then from there, I'm going to go on to the mid era. And around that time, I'm also going to do a feature for the Women of Rock series. And that's going to be featuring Christine McVie. And that's going to take us to the middle of the month. And then from the middle of the month, I'm going to then start focusing into the latter portion of Fleetwood Mac, being the more commercial portion with Stevie Nicks, Christine McVie, and then with Lindsey Buckingham. So let me know what your recommendations are for each particular era, and go from there. Also, with Christine McVie, I haven't sourced what I'm going to do reactions to. So if you have any specific recommendations for the Christine McVie reaction, please let me know. That'd be great. That'd help me out. Anyway, man, yeah, lots of Fleetwood Mac stuff this month. So going down to my next notes. So coming up, I'm going to do Led Zeppelin, and I'm aware that it's Jimmy Page's birthday coming up on the 9th. He's going to be 75. A number of you have let me know that. So thank you very much for all of you who've put comments in and also sent me emails to that end. Also, I'm going to do the Wall, Pink Floyd The Wall. So after the Women of Rock series, you can expect to see Pink Floyd The Wall, or before. I'm not sure what the order is going to be. So Led Zeppelin, the Women of Rock series, The Wall. I've just finished doing my Canadian rockers feature of Triumph. The next Canadian feature will be the band Chilliwack. So that's going to be coming up probably in another week, closer to 2. Okay, just so you know, giving you an idea of what's ahead. So thanks very much, man, for joining me. This was an excellent, excellent triple shot. I really, really loved the sound. And Peter Green, man, I tell you, we really missed out on the possibility of a fantastic array of albums and songs. You know, it's too bad that they just didn't have all the stars aligned to afford them more time to create more music. I know it would have been fantastic, but in any case, man, what they did give us is great all the same, and I'm definitely going to follow up and do more reactions, especially favoring the Peter Green years. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for all of the links that you sent me, and have a good day, and I'll catch you in another reaction. Peace.